Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Capricorn reading. This is the first of the full moons in Capricorn, this one having occurred on June 21st. The next one will occur on July 21st, the second one. This is rare, but it happens occasionally, and it's really a portal for us to honor the sun's entrance into Cancer, this ability to get into our bodies, to feel our feelings that have been generated from the experiences of overcoming patterns and behaviors within ourselves that we recognize have limited us as we anticipate the changes that we are going to be making, implementing in the world. This is a general reading. I want to remind you of that. Welcome to all of you, particularly that are new, and a beautiful hello to all of you who know me. That may not be a lot of you, but I welcome your presence here. That is the support that helps me to do what I do. So thank you for that in advance. I'm going to pull your overall energy, Aquarius, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is describing this ability to sink into this particular quality of time with a full moon in Capricorn, this portal, this frame around an opportunity where we can indeed sink into the range of experiences that belong to us, that we own, that occupy space in our body, in our consciousness, that validate when things work for us and when things don't. This is becoming a measuring stick for those of you that are used to perhaps a more cerebral way of processing your experiences. This is giving you that additional validation that even in your uh, intellectual, intuitive, highly intuitive way of progressing, innovating, the things that you are so well known for, that is really validating that as a form of love, a form of expression, of holding, caring for your community, your planet, your relationships, your work. This is the passion that heals you as you work in an area that you are devoted to, that you love, that you understand feeds you, and that is a divine expression of your own capacity for love, for healing. In the 10th house, your social identity, the Justice card. This goes hand in hand, after all. Harmony, balance, justice, fairness, equity are all forms of love. They're all forms of ensuring that everyone has access to the same quality of life. And that is part of an important part of the work you do in some way. You may be an advocate for others. You may be someone who determines services for others. You may create products that help others to access a better quality of life. Whatever your particular uh, charge is, it seems clearly to me, I'm sensing a responsibility for the planet, for conserving the resources of the planet, attention and awareness, education about what that means for ordinary individual citizens in order to better balance and harmonize the resources that are available to all of us. This is an act of love and devotion. In your first house, your awareness, the Nine of Pentacles, is truly about the cultivation of your own garden. You are independent. You are likely economically independent, but in a way that safeguards and protects your own resources, the things that you cultivate on your own behalf for your own well being. This also means that you have gained enough independence and security that you are able and willing to invest in things that you believe in, things that you know are also an investment in your community as well as in your well being. So, this is a beautiful card of enjoying your ability to be independent, which in no way indicates that you are a bachelor, you are relegated to singlehood. I do not believe that this card is speaking on that. It does speak on your comfort, your joy, your pleasure in enjoying your own resources, your own space, your own talents, which in many ways nominates you as an ideal partner to another independent uh, person who feels content and satisfied with the choices they're making for their lives. This makes you a better partner. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your soul, the foundation is the Hanged One. And this is really about uh, gaining the perspective that is necessary in order to do the work that you do. You have had to gain a deeper understanding of your own resourcefulness, your own desires, your own unique originality and characteristics. You've had to understand that your differences mark you as unique in a way that helps you contribute uniquely to the world. This is also, as you continue to engage in a very diverse world, you are constantly learning and having to adjust your understanding, your perception of the larger picture as you continue to learn new things through contact with others who, like you, are different. This is a beautiful card of sacrificing yourself for the greater good. And in that way, I believe this is really defining your difference as something you may have clung to that makes you unique. And you are now understanding at a deep level that difference is something we all have. We're all adjusting to the way in which we are not like others, but that in an interesting way is a commonality. This is I believe, is a finer intuitive understanding of difference and how we integrate that into our lives, into a very contentious, polarized world community, depending on where you live in the world. So the resistance to be different, to recognize or validate difference is something that you are learning your way through and over above so that you can contribute this understanding of difference as something that everyone participates in. At the set in your significant other's seventh house, we have the Eight of Cups. This is very much a description of your willingness to leave behind the comforts of many of your foundational relationships, perhaps many of those significant bonds and um, I want to say activities that you have customarily devoted yourself to. This can be largely around family, it can be around familiar colleagues. You've learned all that you can learn from that setting, and you are now grasping for greater significance in your life, greater impact in your work, and you're moving away from what is comfortable in order to pursue that challenge, to bring greater meaning to your world and to participate in that greater meaning. If this is resonating for you, Aquarius, please like this video, share this with others. Comment if you feel so moved. I always enjoy reading your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I always have this deck upside down. Self-esteem is the card that I pulled. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And that's an interesting aspect to this idea of embracing your unique qualities, your differences, is something that everyone must go through. As we differentiate, we understand and accept ourselves for our differences and our commonalities, and it's part of being able to learn from others, to share with others, and to relate in a way that has deeper significance for the world. From Flora and Fauna of Africa, I pulled the quagga zebra. Accept yourself unconditionally. Embrace your differences and others. Everything isn't always black and white. The key word here is harmony. I love that. I always am amazed at how the cards are that I am echoing or pre-echoing, and I love the synchronicity of this. The messenger of air is clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in the first house, and the Hanged One is repeated here again. Messenger of air is about your natural curiosity. You're kind of moving back, coming back to square one around the new world that you are creating, you're manifesting for yourself. This can be a new job, a new home, a new location, a new project, a new audience. This is you giving full force to your imagination in a way that is non-threatening, that is merely about asking the right questions of others as a way of expressing curiosity, as a technique and tool that helps you learn and helps you connect with others. The Hangman, again, in the third house is interesting because this describes the way you're thinking right now, the way you're communicating with others. This feels to me like the way in which you ask the right questions, the way in which you are curious about the experience of others, the assumptions of others, your own assumptions. You advance that approach by pulling back and listening to what you have, that listening to what others are responding to you with, hearing their stories, genuinely tuning in to their experience, putting your experience in the background in order to deeply connect, to understand how your truth is relating to the experiences of others. This is part of the way that you teach as you communicate with others. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Ace of Fires in the fifth house and the Hermit in the sixth house. Yeah, there's a couple things going on here. You're beginning a new path, you're beginning a new passion. This feels a little bit like something that you're already pursuing. You're beginning a fresh project or aspect of that. Part of that relies on this ability for you to go within with the Hermit. You are giving yourself, again, there are a couple of cards here of retreating, of asking questions, of being playful, of putting yourself in a position to learn. And the Hermit is really establishing that you are revalidating your own authority. You're uh, squarely going within for your answers. You may be communicating with others, learning from them, but your authority rests within your own experience, your own knowledge of who you are and what it is you seek to accomplish. The Eight of Cups in the seventh house is clarified by the Fool card in the eighth house and the Six of Water in the ninth house. So the Fool card is a journey of liberation that you are taking uh, others along on. You're not going on the Fool's journey by yourself. There's a sense that you are in a number of collaborations or you have a role of responsibility towards others. Perhaps this is in a team, a leadership responsibility, a way that you're collaborating with others around how you are sharing resources, sharing money, sharing the things that you need to accomplish your goals. And this is indicating more about your process, your creative process. Again, creative process is not limited to the arts by any means. Everyone's process is an opportunity, is created by their own desires, their own capacities and skills. Your creative process is something that you are leading others on. There's almost a Pied Piper vibe here where you are experiencing a certain kind of liberation that is emboldening you to move forward into a larger responsibility. That larger responsibility is your own pursuit of your dreams. You're taking others that you're collaborating with uh, along this journey in the sense that you are employing this process of learning, of growing, of accomplishing, of communicating others with that. You are defining a process that is the journey. You're understanding that every step, every aspect of this pursuit of a vision is part of the vision itself, is part of the destiny, that you're actuating your vision through the steps that you're taking. I hope you're understanding that I'm making sense because that is profound. The Six of Waters is about some positive memories, some opportunities that you have experienced in the past, relationships that have come around again. There may be a reconnection with others that you have worked with. There may be a connection with someone who reminds you of a time when you exercised your skills, your gifts in a way that was not judged, where there was no agenda, when there was no performance anxiety, when you simply uh, exercised your gift, your skill playfully and for the sheer intent of enjoying it, of being in pleasure, of having fun, of sharing, of having that communion with others in pleasure and joy. And there is an opportunity now for you to revisit that level of expression through the work that you're now exercising on a much larger level with many more people involved. It also can indicate the connection with a significant partner, soulmate, business partner. I don't use the word soulmate often because I think all the people, significant people in our lives, are soulmates. We have many soulmates, and I do feel that the words are used in ways that I don't always understand or agree with. Soulmateism occurs within each individual, and that is reflected in our relationships. Enough of a lecture on that. So the Justice card in the 10th house is clarified by the Empress in the 11th house and the Hierophant in the 12th house. Wow. This is quite a suite that is being activated by your advocacy for others, your desire to bring harmony and balance into the world, your ability to speak up for those that are voiceless, to represent those qualities and resources that we all share on the planet that are exploited or abused by others. This powerful role that you are in a position to play is informed by your own empowerment, your own balance, your own sense that you understand how to work with the seasons, with natural rhythms to actuate your own harvest, and you understand the implications of that for the larger world. Certainly for the association of professionals, for those of you that are working on a collective goal, um, that you are able to not only manifest and amplify the harvest, but that you enjoy the process. You understand and appreciate the rewards and simply your ability to experience your power, your authentic power in the world. That we live in an abundant universe. The Hierophant again underscores your role as a teacher, as a mentor in this process, that you have learned from some of the best and that you are now sharing what you've learned as yourself a mentor, of sort of seeing this ladder of officialness. This is also about commitment to that process of learning, teaching, growing as a lifelong experience. I'm going to finish up this reading, Aquarius, with the Yogic Path Oracle and hope that this reading has been helpful. I have pulled Bhakti and I will look that up. And Bhakti describes devotion. You've begun walking on the path of devotion. You are devoted to something greater than yourself, your body, your possessions, or your desires. This dedication is to the divine. Now's the time to ask yourself, what does divinity mean to me? When do I feel close to divine? Paths to yoga include devotional mantras, meditations, and prayers to the gods and goddesses, offering service to those in need, and spending time in nature. The selfless path takes you to the greatest ecstasy of all, the bliss of devoting yourself to spirit. Thank you, Aquarius, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.